We've all heard about, the GCC, the India story. But the question is, where do we stand currently and what do we know to leap up to the next phase? That's exactly what we'll hear from our next speaker. With a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, let's invite our next speaker, Nitin Anand, Director at Axis Bank, to please join us on stage for a presentation. He will be speaking on GCC, the India story. Nitin, are you with us? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, could we have a huge round of applause, please, as we welcome him? As I said, it's going to be very, very important because we're going to be speaking about the India story. We've all already heard about how much work has been done. There is potential. But as we've heard from some of our speakers, that sustaining it is our next challenge going forward. So we'll just give a couple of minutes for Nitin also to settle in, mic up and come. But as I said, in the meantime, continue participating in our polls. Make it far more inclusive, far more engaging for us as well. I've gotten a green signal. Nitin, are you ready? We're all ready. The stage is ready for you. Please do join us on stage. Nitin Anand, ladies and gentlemen, Director at Axis Bank, speaking about the India story.
Thank you. This slide changes, will be?
Yes.
This one. Okay. Yep. Thank you so much for the kind introductions. Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here presenting to you, to the esteemed guests and the industry leaders. India's GCC story doesn't need any introduction, frankly. India GCC is on a roll, backed by global companies looking at India landscape, given the cost arbitrage, scale, and the talent availability. Indian GCC landscape is growing not only in numbers, but also in the complexities and strategic importance. Over the last 5 years, the Indian GCCs have evolved from pure traditional services to operate as transformational hubs, and they are incorporating into some of these critical functions into their systems. We see that there are some 1,700 GCCs that have evolved over the period of time today, and they are largely led in Tier 1 cities. 93% of these entities in Tier 1, and there are approximately 7% which are there in the Tier 2 cities. 93% in Tier 1 is led by the social and physical infrastructure, and only 7% in Tier 2. We know that the international connectivity, lateral talent, the grade A infrastructure are some of the reasons why it is still not picked up. But that's something on the simultaneously happening for us to see that growing over the period of time. The size per se, we see that the industry research says it will touch to about $100 billion. The industry employs about 1.9 million people, and that's going to grow to about 2.4, 2.5 over the period of time. We see on the right hand side there is the India map, wherein it highlights where the GCCs are present largely, and along with it we from Axis is present as well, catering to the requirement currently and what's going to come in over the period of time. This is a small profile on a GCC industry-wise segmentation that we put up. Obviously IT, BPM, engineering, R&D, kind of contributes to majority of them, but that doesn't mean the other sectors are not evolving. They're evolving as well. And they are largely dominated by US. 2/3 of the GCC is coming in from US parentage. And we also see, the Asia is looking inward towards India. Majorly Japan and Australia are some of the countries which are looking at. We've heard a lot about, what are the various critical pillars of GCCs from a lot of industry experts who were present on this particular forum talking about everything. One important area that we do not discuss or we miss out is from a financial landscape perspective, how we are evolving, how we are coming up. The idea is, to kind of touch upon it in a brief presentation to see that, how's GCC is getting addressed, from a financial landscape point of view. So banking remains to be an important criteria from a bank, from the GCC's perspective. We at Axis, for example, we've created Center of Excellence catering to the GCC and IT universe, and we are bringing the entire ecosystem together to be able to specifically address the unique needs of the GCC industry. A slide on, us, we at Axis, we are the third largest private sector bank in India. We have 5,577 branches, 52 million customers. We have 1,000 plus multinational corporate entities that we deal with. Now, if you look at the balance sheet size, represents $170 billion, which basically means more than 10% of financial assets, which is dealt by private banks and banking entities in this financial industry. So that's the size we deal in. We are sovereign. Our risk rating is aligned with the sovereign risk rating, and along with the domestic risk rating, it reinforces our belief in the financials of our system, our company. We are the first merchant acquiring bank, first in ECM deal and etc. Now all of this is being catered through the One Axis universe, which is spread across various entities. Important to highlight, our market share. If you look on the right hand side, 48% NEFT market share we command today. Now that's something which has come with the development, with the push, with the focus on last few years. 36% in IMPS market share, 14% of credit card market share, and 8% market share in FDI flows. And so on, it goes on. So this, large market share is because of, the clients, who are interesting on, us as a financial contributor into the system. There are, from a GCC franchise perspective, there are 4 key beneficiaries that we focus on. The employees, CXOs, corporate treasury, capital accounts, and market transactions. They are the main beneficiaries which one has to look at. And we'll present to you a small video on, how we are catering to the GCC universe. Well, that AV does not encapsulate everything, but a small presentation to put across, what do we do. I think 4 areas, which I wanted to highlight. One of these for the employee side, the employees for the GCCs, there are corporate salary offerings as a program which have been put up to be able to bring in the benefits across to them. Now, some of these are, the health insurance, waivers on home loans, OD facilities, and, the favorable interest rates are some of them, which one to talk about. But maybe I'll present a small AV on the salary offerings as well for you to take a look, how we are kind of catering to the GCC universe. So other than the overdrafts, these health plans, one important highlight just to add here is, we are rated as the best app from the open app, banking app, from the industry perspective. Our CXOs, decision makers, board employees are important participant in this space, and they are, we've specifically curated, keeping carefully in mind, these participants are Burgundy private offerings. Now these offerings, they take care of their requirement like 3-in-1 metal cards, which combines your debit card, credit card, and multi-currency forex card into one single card with no forex markup. Is one of the offering because of the travel, taking care of all of these. Other than that, there are advisory on the tax and regulatory aspects, estate planning through our experts, external experts that we provide, taking care of the succession and other aspects. So this is all being catered out of our Burgundy Private. There's a large AUM which we manage, large families do we manage. There's 35 of the 100 richest Indians as Burgundy Private customer that we manage. And that's the kind of offering which is growing carefully curated. It's not moving. We realize that extremely important for corporate treasuries, to have access to information at their hand. And that's what we invest extensively in technology to be able to make digital solution possible end to end. And that's where we bring in these new solutions, which is new for corporate treasuries, for your reference.
Welcome to a new world of corporate banking with a complete suite of transaction banking products that come with fully digital capabilities, seamless integration, and an enhanced experience for your customers. Introducing Neo for Corporates, a complete reimagined, unified banking platform that is your gateway to a seamless, secure, and modern corporate banking experience. Neo for Corporates puts forth enhanced features that give you an edge against age-old systems and caters to the full width of transaction banking solutions. Find the right balance for managing your payments with our cash portal that offers you a complete range of products and services to ensure smooth cash flows through a plethora of carefully crafted features for a truly refined banking experience. Empower your growth with our trade finance portal that caters to the diverse needs of your business across imports, exports, bank guarantees, remittances, and inland services through our robust branch network and digital channels, along with a set of innovative features. Master the complexities of Forex with a powerful treasury portal that helps you manage foreign currency positions and helps channelize investment opportunities in various financial instruments through an array of cutting-edge solutions. All this delivered through a team that is deeply invested in you and in step with your business needs. So get ready to revolutionize your corporate banking experience with Neo for Corporates.
Well, so digital focus and the APIs, that's how we have, transacted. We have more than 100 plus transaction banking APIs in place, across the bank, and we handle more than 100 million plus transaction volumes on a monthly basis. Now, this is Neo Exports, Neo Online Inward, all of these offered under this, through our Neo for Corporate offering, which is an online offering. Last, capital accounting, capital market transactions, that's something very important for all the GCCs, FDIs, inflows, FEMA, this remain to be an important part for them. There are 55 plus, team which is taking care of it, engaging with RBI on a regular basis. We are able to bring in the AD services, regulatory assistance, cash escrows, trusteeship, external commercial borrowing, FDI related support functions is there, and we are able to contribute, as far as the GCC is concerned on a day-to-day basis. Well, thank you so much for your time over this particular session, and I think we can engage for any questions that you may have over the lunch. Thank you.
Thank you.